Force 1 against Supersonic X. We'd love some of this, and we're going to be racing it all on, as we said, Snowball Flight. Propsicle and AK Jones against Min Jae Kim and Lucas Boehm are going to be the ones who start. I think a lot of pilots are in the shadow of Min Jae, to be honest. He's such a brilliant pilot. So remember the laps on this one. The records of this was raced by Dark X and Danube earlier on as well. Quad Force 1, no. Propsicle got a really good time on this, as did Leviathan. Third and fourth, I think, in the best race times on this track. But right now, Boehm and Min Jae Kim say, yeah, you can keep your maths. We're just going to go and get the numbers that count, which are the points at the end of a race. Boom, up the top, Propsicle now just moving up past Min Jae, but that might have been a little mistake by Min Jae, I think, has let him get there. We're back onto this track, remember, so that is the Foxeer 360 at the start of the second lap, down through the DCL drop gate, into the slalom, down the half pipe. Lucas Boehm, 9,000ths of a second in front of, and now behind, and now in front of, and now behind Propsicle. That is just going to flip-flop. Min Jae Kim is the sort of pilot you might think, yeah, all right, while you two are fighting over that, I'll just pass the pair of you and get this done. Let's see what he can do as we're on board with him, making his way to the frames. He's moved up past one and the other. What did I tell you? Min Jae Kim, thank you for proving me right. That's not a commentator's curse. Leviathan and Jake Hammer will come up next for Quad Force 1, and Colin Shane and Jordy Peak will be the ones who try and get more points in pink. Here they come. It's a good solid start from everybody, but Colin Shane goes higher than everyone to take speed down through the Foxeer 360, and that worked out for him. Jordy Peak, on the other hand, was a bit flatter, and it's cost him. That hasn't worked. I think he had to change his line of attack onto that first gate. That's a shame for him, but you know he can change things around from here, as he's only just over a second behind. Leviathan doing good work up front. Jake Hammer fighting with Shane for second and third. We're on board with his Leviathan's teammate right now. This is Shane's view for Supersonic X as he tries to pass 1 and 2 blue drones, and he's got one of them. He's passed Jake Hammer. We'll go on to the second lap now. Leviathan only just 3/10, 2/10 in the lead of him. The Foxeer 360 is gone. Leviathan goes through the drop. Shane is with him. Jake Hammer moves up slightly, and Jordy Peak is now 11 seconds behind in this race. He's shaking his head slightly, actually. He's done. Down through the 3 rings. Still Leviathan over Shane, and then Jake Hammer, who's now got a bit more work to do if he's going to catch Shane. I don't think he will, but can Shane catch Leviathan? He's such a clean performer. You very rarely see Leviathan make mistakes, and he's on it today. He's going to lead Shane out. That gap was 4/10. It ends up being 3, but it's a gap nevertheless. Leviathan gets more points for Quad Force 1. Third place was for them at the end of Verdutz. Right now, that's Supersonics. But we go to a big heat. Quad Force 1 against Supersonic X, and now that we are into the finals, it's 3 laps. The big heats are 3 laps long, so if the pressure was on you to keep a lead all the way to the end, you've got an extra lap to try and do it as well.
Math is mathing.
Right,
yeah.
Last heat of the small final with Supersonic X having a 2-point lead over Quad Force 1 going into this, and 10 points are up for grabs to the top 4 pilots. It's all purple and blue down the snowboarding halfpipe, which we loved racing on in real life in 2019. They wouldn't let us hang gates off of all the obstacles like we've done here, though. We did bury a drone into the Galaxy building, a legendary story that I'm happy to tell you again and again and again. There is a drone in the side of the building if you ever go to fly or race in Laax. Anywho, right now in this race, it's Min Jae Kim being Min Jae Kim. Leviathan is behind him in second. Then we got Hammer and Peak. And we're on to our next lap. Min Jae leads him down. I was just thinking of Leviathan looked like he had a good line there, and he does. There's it's barely 100th of a second between Kim and Leviathan at moments there. Then it's Jake Hammer who's got Jordy Peak close behind him now. Min Jae Kim has dropped back. What happened? We didn't get a chance to see it from his perspective, but he's lost 5 seconds. That is tons of time, giving Quad Force 1 a much cleaner lead. Leviathan has got a second between him and his teammate. And we've got AK Drones, this guy who's in 4th, coming through the drop. This will be his last race of today, as it is for all of these pilots. Can AK Drones go and get his first win in the DCL? Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but together with Jake Hammer, he's going to help Quad Force 1 get a bundle of points, it seems. Although purple drones have just come from behind and in front. AK Drones has company for Quad Force 1. Min Jae's got him. Peak has got him. Min Jae is weaving his way round. Surely catching Jake Hammer is a little too much to do, and it is. Min Jae and Jordy come in 3rd and 4th, so they'll take 3 points out of that, but the rest go to Quad Force 1. 16 points to 14. It's a very narrow win for Quad Force 1 over Supersonic X. It's exactly the same score as they managed in the round robin. But at this stage, it gets you points in the World Championship Series. 150 of them will go to Quad Force 1, just 100 to Supersonic X for coming in fourth today. So our third place team on the podium, congratulations, Quad Force 1!